All right. Hello. Good evening. Let's see. I think people are still coming back from ads in a few seconds, but good evening, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. Geld, hello. Clownfish, hello. Harry Smallwood, hello. ODM, Ru MC, hello, hola. Cobra, Ankit, hello. Hubert, thank you so much for the tier 1. Thank you for the resub. Hello, sup? What's up? LFK, Funzy, Reinfo, Uter. I missed the name of the song. Can you share? Oh, I can like go back and see. Let me see. It's let me just, how do I, oh, I guess I can just copy the link, right? Home, copy song link here. I think that should do it. Let me know if that's an issue though. That was a jam? Yeah. Alright, cool. Alright, let's get started. So today we are building the Pneuma. So this is a board that actually had its GB period opened maybe like a week or two ago through Antipode Studio. So and it's a 60% board. And Mr. Alex built a unit. I think it was like a green unit or something like that. Like a nice deep green unit. And he put like olive on that, and it looked really good. And I'm pretty excited to build it today. So we actually got this unit just now, just recently. Because this was actually the unit that Mr. Ryan Lolstacks was going to build, but he recently had his big day, and so yeah, I believe he just got married and whatnot, and so he probably went on his honeymoon or something, and so he sent out the board over to me for me to build instead. So here we are, and Antipode Studio. Antipode actually contacted me saying like that they're actually gonna open a few units. So it had actually sold out, but they opened up a bunch of units to be a bunch of wind keyless units, wind keyless allocation units. They opened up on the site, so if you are by any chance curious or interested in buying, you can actually purchase one through their website at what was that? What's the website? Antipode.studio. So that's a sick death mat. What is that? This death mat is the Ouch Kick collaboration death mat from Space Cables. It was their first run. They did it in this nice blue, and then for their second run, I think they did it in like a white variant. It was like a slightly different design. It's like basically like doodle based design. But yeah, I love the BBC on the escape, of course. Nice. I got to try CFOS LZS. Felt great. Nice. MX clears, right? Ergo clears. Nice and snappy. I've been on a keyboard low for about a year now. That's fine. Is there anything bad with being on a keyboard low for a bit? And like less spending is good. Anyway, so here it is. Also, just now, like just earlier, I picked up some mail. And it was kind of like a care package in a way, but the mail included some Mexican candy. So the mail actually came from Mexico, and so it included some Mexican candy. And I want to show you guys. They sent out one of my favorites. I mean, this is like super, common. It's the original tamarind candy from Mexico called pulparindo. And you know, it's a classic, right? And I love how it says excess calories, excess sugars, and excess sodium, because it's true. This shit has a lot of all that. But you know, who doesn't like some candy every so often? But yeah, I hadn't had one of these. I mean, I have these like sometimes, like maybe like go to like a restaurant. Sometimes they give you candy, or like sometimes like some place carry it and you buy some. But you know, I don't often like will get it, right? And so it's kind of cool to get it in like the mail like that. It's just like, I don't know, something nice, like a little nice touch, a little very exciting for me. But because I grew up in Mexico, and so definitely have a very soft spot for these type of candies. But anyway, it's called pulparindo, and basically these guys are like these flat pieces of tamarind candy, with like kind of like spicy flakes and sugar. And so like you open it up here, honest packaging, yeah, excess everything, give it to me. And so it's just like a lump of tamarind candy. It's really yummy though. It's like soft, like sort of soft, and just kind of sugar and tamarind that just melts in your mouth. This is the good stuff. Do you grow up in Mexico? Yeah, I did. I was born and raised there, so this is the shit. So thank you, Mr. Mixie Store, if they're out there. They are the ones who sent the package. I actually was just getting an artisan keycap from them, and they offered to send a few candies of their choice, and this was one of them. And I was like, wow. A whole box is something I didn't expect. I expected like a handful, you know, but they sent out a whole box. I can't wait to share this with some people around me, some of my friends who don't know it, right? So yeah. Oh well, good shit, man. That's good. Alright, that gets me pumped up to start the stream. So let's get to it. So we got some Staebies and some new Nixies here. I actually don't know what these are lubed and filmed with. I can check. Okay, the spring is kind of heavy, so I'm assuming they either use the stock spring or replace it with a heavier spring, but it's a heavy spring. Looks like films. Not sure. The lube kind of looks like 205 to me, based on how like it looks. The film, it's like, is this Deskies? I actually don't know who. Do you guys know the shape of this film? I don't think it doesn't look like Deskies for whatever reason. Do you guys know the shape of this film? Switch film? Not sure, but it does look like foam. Swag keys maybe? Yeah, maybe swag keys. Okay, I haven't tried the swag keys ones, so that's probably why I didn't recognize it. But okay, cool. It's good to know. But it looks like a foam style film. Okay, well then I can update the build command with that, just as an extra info. I think these are 78 gram springs though, so kind of heavy. At least, yeah, it definitely feels like 78. Haven't had these heavy builds. Not many people like send heavy spring builds, but sometimes people do, and I'm like, whoa, it's a lot. All right, like let's see. These are GEON films. Okay, great, thank you. Oh yeah, you're right. That's exactly the same shape. All right, so let's actually update that. So I think these are lubed with 205 G0 and with 78 gram springs and GEON films. and I'll update that. Okay. All right, so let's open it up. So let's get our accessories first. We got our O-ring, 3mm O-ring. Oh, this is more extra O-ring. Don't need it. There's plenty over there. We got our feet. I think these are GEON feet. We got our PCB. Purple PCB indeed. I do need to flash this, so I'll flash this in just a second. And then we got a kind of contact isolation pad, which is just for in case you are gonna bottom out or something like that. It's just to prevent it from bottoming out and creating shorts. So just a nice and thin isolation pad. Did you get the Busto print Lightning? Yes, I did get the new one, the one that went up on the Hungerworks Studio website. Because I did not get that one during the the sale that they ran right before KeyCon, because I was busy with other stuff and I just missed it. So I got it from the Hungerworks Studio website. Okay, so that's it for accessories. Close this up, and then let's get these guys over here. All right, so here is our case and the plate. I tried to enter the form for that, but it was ConUS only. Oh, yeah, makes sense. It's because of probably logistics. But yeah, that's good. It's good that he decided to open it up to like a storefront like that and basically order to made. All right, so looks like we got a polycarb top, alu bottom. So the alu is sort of like a silver sandblasted bottom. Looks very nice. It looks like EC. Oh, it's not EC. This is MX. That looks nice actually. This is pretty nice looking. So it's a pretty standard wedge type of design. And the bottom has these little divots, sort of like to maybe reflect some light, kind of like have a little nice visual. And as you can see, it uses GEON feet for this. It does not have screws underneath the GEON feet. I did talk to the designer about this, to Antipode specifically, and I was told that the reason why this currently doesn't have a the screws underneath the feet was because it would also change the size of the bezel and things like that. And so I know that I think Alex might have mentioned this at some point during his stream, but the feet are this way just because they want to use like a non-adhesive feet, but then couldn't put the screws underneath because it would enlarge bezels and things like that, and that was something that they don't want to compromise on. And so, and also for the gasketing purposes, they prefer to have it the way they did here. So it has 4 screws at the top. Looks like small either M2. I think these are M2 or T6 Torx screws. But there's 4 screws here attaching the top to the bottom. So let's actually get to the plate. I also need to get to the PCB's daughter board because I also need to flash the PCB. So let me try Torx. What are your thoughts on general about PC for just the top case? I think it looks really nice. I actually think so it kind of depends on what the design actually has going from the sides and the bottom. I think if there's something to be seen on the underneath portion of it, then PC bottom is pretty nice, right? Like, cause you can kind of see it's translucent, it's frosted. Sure, you won't see all the details, but you can see some of it, right? Maybe there's like underglow, something going on, right? So that's nice when you have a full PC case. I think for also sound purposes, full PC will have a different sound profile entirely from having a half alu and half PC kind of case. But at least aesthetics wise, like a frosted PC case adds so much more, right? Like it's very different, right? And I think it's one way to sort of like maintain the acoustics of what you expect from an alu case, and then changing just the look of the top, because like not all, it depends on the board. This one's gasket mount, right? Like, which does involve gaskets at the top and the bottom. But there are some specific boards that the top doesn't really do as much. It just kind of like sits on top, instead of like pressing or doing any kind of like important job there. But that might also affect like how things like sound, right? So, what are the bezel sides on this? Bezel sizes, I guess. I can grab a ruler. I have one right here. I mean, if you're curious, top bezel is like, including the chamfer, top bezel is like 8.5 millimeters, and the side bezel is like 4.5 millimeters ish, and it looks like it's equivalent top, bottom, and left, right. Actually, let me remove these screws so I don't lose them. But yeah, I think like having a PC top will vary depending on what the mounting type is for the case. Depends on like, yeah, like several different things, but I think it's probably the best way to compromise in something that you don't want to change as much of the sound profile from the full alu case, and then still have the look of something polycarbonate. Okay, so there's the plate. So the mounting style of this board is O-ring gasket, but not like the full gummy O-ring that goes around. This is going to be like the cut O-ring. So this uses 3mm diameter O-rings that basically you cut, kind of like the F18X from GEON Works, right? That you cut and piece into these tabs here above and below the plate, right? There's like channels on the board as well to sort of place them into, so they like sit nice and tight. And then you know, it gets gasketed like that between the top and bottom case by using these O-ring pieces that sit in those channels, right? So they go above and below the plate. Are there threaded inserts? Well, you don't need threaded inserts because the thread is on the aluminum bottom. Right? So this keyboard right now has attachment of bolts from the top to the bottom case. So the threads are on the bottom case, which is made out of aluminum. Do you know front height? I don't know the exact front height. Maybe the Pneuma Keycaps thread has the front height. If it doesn't, though, oh, here. 23.1 adjusted keyboard front height. I forgot what that was. Is that the effective front height one? The one from Krytox, I think. It was like the distance between the very bottom to the top of the first stem. Something like that. But I can link those in the chat. That, and here is the Keycaps thread. There you go. So those are two links that maybe could be useful. Okay, so put that aside. I do need to get to the daughter board, so let's open this up. Oh, indeed, it does use torque screws, so that's, I think, a T8, I think. That's an unexpected nice feature of internal screws. Yeah, in this particular case, no pun intended, yeah, it is a pretty nice feature. Okay, so we got an internal weight here. So the internal weight here is made out of brass. It's a little hefty actually. Has some thickness to it. I would say like this is. I'm wondering if it's like around a pound or over. I can bring a scale to measure it, but I'll do that in just a sec. So let's just go ahead and flash the PCB first. I just don't want to use the daughter board to do that. So it does use a Molex Pico EasyMate connector, which I know that people don't like it as much, including myself. I don't love this particular type of connector. I do prefer JST-SH over this. Yeah, they went with this Pico EasyMate to Pico EasyMate connector. Also, I just got a message here. I should share this, actually. This is kind of important. Just to keep it fun, I created a discount code. Okay, so there's a discount code Diego for 10% off anything in the Alto and Virgo collections. And this is the biggest discount that they have ever given. They previously ran 5% and free shipping. And I will add that to the build command. Alright, I added it to a build command just so that you guys can have it there. Okay, I need a cable to flash this. Okay. Resets button is, let's see here. Give me 1 sec. Good. What's this plugged into? I just have like a plethora of cables around here, and it's just like a mess sometimes. Oh, okay, that's why. Go unplug this for a second. Get more space. Is Antipode studio based on Australia? No, they're based in Norway. Alright, let me see here. Let's see, where where's my flashing thingies? Okay. Let's see, where's my... Is this plugged in or nah? Can't tell. Hold up. This is just kind of annoying, so I'm actually gonna take out the daughter board. It's just getting in the way. Someone should scoop up that teak Virgo. Ooh, that kind of sounds nice. The Virgo is on the bigger side for boards, I feel. Okay, I'm in bootloader. Let's see. Okay, and then I just need to load it up. Okay. All right. Okay, let's just check if it works now. Huh? Is it not plugged in fully? Well, what's going on here? It's already flashed, right? I was gonna do this before the stream started, but it got a little busy, so just have to do this now. All right, looks like it's good. Yeah, okay. Oh, no wonder. Okay. Apologies, I just. It flashes, but for some reason I'm not getting input on VIA specifically. But that's the only weird part here. It's okay. It shows up on my devices though. That's the weird part. Pneuma, yeah. Oh. It's a driver thing. I need to check my drivers. Give me. It's my drivers. What was it? QMK driver installer, right? It's my drivers. I recently had some driver issues. Like a while back, I guess. And for some reason, a lot of my keyboards need drivers reinstalled on my computer. I have no idea why, you know what I mean? It's like one of those Windows things. Yeah, there we go. It's installing the driver now. Okay. I think that was it. Okay, I think that's all. I'll wait for the driver installer to run, and I think that's it for now. Oh, nice. Okay, is it through now? I have not booked my flight to Europe yet. You're going back to Europe, Mama Hoo Hoo? Do I need to unplug it and plug it back in? Where can I find this playlist? Just do exclamation playlist, actually. You should be able to get the playlist. I plan to stay 2 weeks in Europe. Oh, nice. So I think this is my Windows issue where my drivers are not working, because I'm pretty sure this will work fine on my Mac, because it shows up on my devices but it doesn't show up on my whatchamacallit, like it shows up as a Pneuma here, but I think my QMK, like all my USB drivers got borked recently, and so I don't know why it's not like actually working. Shows up but it doesn't work, you know. I'll have to look into it myself. It's mostly a me problem. I have to reinstall my USB drivers at some point or something like that. I'll do that later. Cam radio, yeah. Alrighty, so let's get to it. Actually, I guess I'll just put this one over here. So I'll need to put this over here. Leave it off so you guys can see it for now. Okay, so let's get our 205. Let's get our foam thingy and continue on. I do think it's just that, so I'll just have to look into it on the QMK thing. Alright, so let me see. Build wise, today we're gonna do, it's WinKey, so let me see if they had a preference for stabs, because I am not keeping this unit or anything, so I did ask about what stabs they wanted to use. I mean, what layout. So let me see here. Oh great, now my Wow, I definitely have driver issues. Now my other keyboard is not working. What? What is this? What's this bullshit? Oh my god. I hate this. Time to look into where's Zadig? Bruh. Mutiny? Yeah. They're striking against me. Oh my god, that's so annoying. Okay, so if I go to bootloader, okay, yeah, that's fine. List all devices. Reinstall driver. Okay, just reinstalling the driver with this because I don't know why. Now my main board isn't working. I hate Windows drivers. So like on Mac, you plug something in and it just does. Like it just works. It fucking knows, okay? Like USB protocol is not borked. And it communicates with all these controllers just fine. No issues whatsoever. But on Windows, like you mess up with one and messes up all the others. That's so annoying. The computer yearns for PS2 OTD. Okay, driver installed. Okay, cool. So now if I just reset this, and then actually no, wait, hold on. Can I just do this? And then what's good, ELH? How's it going? All right, I'll let this thing do its thing. Let's get the stabs. Linux was worse for me. Literally, games could not run properly and I had no idea how to fix it. Oh, man. That's rough. Okay. Okay, apparently it installed that. So now if I plug this in, hopefully it just works. Wow, what the hell, dude? it has given up on my like it has given up on my drivers completely. What? Why? Try another port? I mean, yeah, I guess so. I guess this one has... Okay, this cable, I'm like certain that it has direct connection with the computer. So I'll try this cable. Okay, this one's working. Okay, yeah, you might be right. Maybe it's my stupid USB hub again. It's so annoying, man. Okay. So let's do split backspace. Actually, I don't know. Do you guys want split backspace or nah? I haven't built with split backspace since. Well, I guess I mean any of the HKV units I always build with split backspace. But do you guys want me to do with this with split backspace or nah? What do you guys think? Do you build a Cloud 9? I did build a Cloud 9, yeah. So I did that with split backspace, of course. But okay, so it's gonna be ANSI shift, ANSI enter, and then 7U bottom row. Yeah, looks like it's fix 7U. So fix 7U, and then backspace is kind of like up in the air. A miracle the mouse still works? Yeah, I know, right? So actually, that's funny. That's funny that you say that, because if there is one, okay, if there is like one device that never fails me, it's the mouse. Like Logitech unifying receiver, holy hell, dude. You can do whatever to it, it's never failed me. Ever. No software, it still works. But for whatever reason, right? Like keyboards and other devices, man, it's just like a crapshoot with the with that stuff. So yeah. Split backspace is the only way. Sure, not less stabs. Okay, fine. We'll do split backspace today. I guess that does save me some time. And just why not? I think Alex built with a full backspace, didn't he? If he did, then I can just do split backspace for this one, so that there's like a different look. I can check what he built with. Oh, who's this? Plus Lily, hello. Thank you so much for the raid. Oh yeah, he built a wind keyless unit with full backspace. That makes sense. Hope you are doing better than me. I'm doing all right. I have to say, honestly, the the past week has been a wash, but it's going. Yeah, things are going. We're trying to cope here, trying to deal with life. Alright, so Staebies. I hate to raid and run, but I'll be lurking. No worries. Thank you so much for the raid, Lily. And yeah, take it easy. Pneuma, eh? What's up, Mr. Matt? How's it going? Mother-in-law, I think, tried to poison me. No way. That sucks. Oh, by the way, for those who are unaware, just so you know, though, the board here has a reset button here at the top, but the production unit will actually have it at the bottom. Just so you know. So yeah. Okay. Brush. So for Staebies, I prefer not to lube too much. Okay, I think these housings are pretty nice. So just lube the insert and the wires. Hater food and have been vomiting for the last 2 hours. Oh. They do say that sometimes your body reacts in some ways because of the way you particularly feel about something. So if other people ate the same food and, you know, they're fine. I don't know. It's a big claim to make that, to say that, right? So I don't know. But I hope you feel better soon, though. Having food poisoning is easily one of the worst feelings. So I hope you feel better soon. You know, drink lots of water and try to hang in there. Get some meds. Hopefully. The subconscious made you spell hate? Oh, yeah. Seriously. Yeah, I thought you meant hate. But you meant eat. Okay. I see. But maybe... Okay, yeah. Maybe it's a subconscious indeed here. I mean, you never know, I guess. I was being sardonic. Oh, okay, fair. Anyway, have you guys been? Do you guys have plans for the weekend? Anything fun this particular weekend or past week or so? Memorial Day is coming up, so for those in the US, we got a long weekend, so maybe you have fun plans for then. But it's May, so it's basically peak graduations for those in school. And then like wedding season for a lot of the people who go to them, especially like in the summer. It's pretty popular. Potato this weekend? Yeah, I've been kind of potatoing as well. Actually though, I guess tomorrow I'm just going out for lunch, and then my partner's been out of town, so I'm just going to pick her up at the airport. But the past couple of weeks have been pretty hectic for me too. I am just swamped with work, so it's been pretty hectic. I've managed to stream like in the evenings, but outside of that though, it's been pretty crazy. Hoping to be kind of done with that part soon. We had a Toronto meetup today. Oh yeah, I know that. I mean, you did say you checked out CFO's LZS. How was that actually, Muto? Do you have fun? Were there a lot of people at the Toronto meetup today? I don't know how big they get, so I'm assuming Toronto meetup should be pretty big though. It's Toronto after all. One of the biggest cities in Canada, so I assume it's a pretty decently large turnout for those. Is either me or it looks like the top middle leaf spring doesn't really leaf spring. Oh, they all actually are kind of the same though, actually. The cuts are there though, if you're wondering. But yeah, the top one is gonna be more on the stiffer side. Or actually, won't really do too much towards the middle of it because, yeah. But I mean, I don't think it matters too much because I would rather have a more solid middle anyway. But I mean, I think that's kind of like a opinion variance between, you know, just will vary between people. So. Time to Dremel? Could. No, well, I can't, but someone could, yeah. $127 Sunday here in New Zealand, so weekend mostly over. Oh, that's fair. My oldest son was being awesome. He was going to ride his bike to the store to get me medicine before I found out some in the house. Oh, how nice of the kid. So nice. I went to Mongolian barbecue place. I wonder what that's like, actually. Mongolian barbecue? What does Mongolian barbecue entail? Typically, like what's traditional, what's typical, what type of flavors? Realize the variable domes in my real force are a bit aged. Oh really? Oh, I guess a lot of variable or rather a lot of domes for real force R1 boards are on the old side now. So yeah, I guess they would be aged at this point, right? Tickets dropped way too soon for that meetup and didn't think it was gonna happen. Really big turnout. Pro 2 domes so different. Yeah, I do think Real Force and HKB domes are just not quite the same for some reason. I mean, I think a lot of it does have to do also with the construction. Like the Real Force and HKB simply feel different. Like it just does not feel the same at all to me. Even though that's the case, I still prefer the weighting of 45 gram actuation for Topre. But yeah, HKB and Real Force do not feel the same. Like from the plate and all that, right? And I assume the compression from all the screws between the PCB and the case or plate, very different feeling. Yeah, like steel plate versus ABS plate or, you know, case is just completely different stuff. And that too with the housings as well. At the place, you got a bowl of meat and greens and noodles. You take up to be cooked in front of you. Oh, sort of like, okay. On a big round grill with others meals placed in different areas around. Okay, okay. I get the idea now. Hope you're having a good weekend, Diego. Hey, the Unborn, how are you doing? I'm doing okay. Weekend so far so good, I would say. I'm just stressed about work these days, to be honest. I think that's the only thing. But yeah, just trying to relax and take it easy. Today I did mostly chores. You know, cleaned the house, laundry, folding laundry, you know, playing with Kiwi a little bit, watering the plants, you know, that kind of stuff. Groceries, the usual. You know, weekend errand stuff basically was for most of the day for me. That was all day today for me. And then some work. But that's usually how it goes for me on the weekends. It's just errands and other stuff like that. Does Kiwi love to play with plants? We advise him not to. He will sometimes eat leaves, and that's very not good for cats to do. Cats are obligate carnivores. They do not process plants. Like, they cannot digest plants, and so it's an issue if they do eat them. They vomit, they feel sick. So we advise him not to, but he sometimes gets tempted and nibbles on them. We only find out usually the next morning if he nibbles them at night, because he does it when we are not looking, when he decides to puke on the floor. That's when we know that he ate a plant. That's usually the easiest way to know that he ate a plant, and you see the chunk of the leaf right there. As disgusting as that sounds, I don't want to. I shouldn't have said this because concerned that there's someone sick in the chat, but that's pretty much how you find out. Like, weird having a cat named after a bird. Yeah, I mean, you know, maybe he is able to fly like a bird, but I don't know if the kiwis fly. But anyway, Kiwi is pretty well behaved overall, I would say. And then sometimes he has his little naughty tendencies. but it's not too frequent. Telling the CEO what to eat? Wow, that's crazy. Well, I mean, we only feed him the good stuff. It's basically what I'm trying to say. But for him to eat plants and basically self-poison himself is a very bad idea for him. So we are just, you know, we're like the advisory board, okay? And we are simply advocating for him and trying to tell him that he can only eat the most refined of meats, for his digestive tract, you know. That's all. That image of Kiwi and that bubble thing on the plane is still the funniest Kiwi image. Oh yeah, of course. It's like it's a carrier that has like that bubble window shape. So yeah. Kiwi can only eat Wagyu. I think that might be too fatty for him, but I don't know. Cause Wagyu is fatty, man. Like, really. Do you know that the original name of a kiwi fruit is a Chinese gooseberry? Oh, I did not know that, and that's a cool fun fact. I did not know that. A Chinese gooseberry. Pretty interesting. Wagyu, Hyun, never forget. Yo, we should go again. We should let Potato know. We should hit it up. Or I think Patty was planning on visiting at some point. So maybe we just do round 2. Or it hasn't even been a year yet. So does it have to be a year? What's stopping you, Mr. I fly to Asia for concerts like 10 times a year? Okay, Rich? Okay, buddy. You of all people. No way. No shot. Mr. I can't go back to economy class. That is true. Just paying 4. Yeah, just paying 4. Oh, God. Paying 4 joke. They're imported in the 50s from China to New Zealand and mutated into bigger fruit here. Oh, interesting. Oh, didn't know there were a mutation of a plant like that. The original fruit like that, I guess. Let's test our stamps. We love Afterpay and Klarna. I love getting into that. Oh, gee. Just so people know, just as a precautionary, like a PSA here. People talking about paying in 4 and whatnot are just joking around. Don't sign up for paying for premium plans and things like that, please, if you can. It's a bad idea. I fucking love that. It depends. If you're the one collecting that, that's good. If you have to pay for it, though, oof, rough. Oh, I should, I don't know why I didn't secure these with screws. Oh, I just, one side, that's what it was. Thought I did, but I guess I didn't. You need debt to have access to more debt? Debt is good. Sure. It's a little stiff here. Maybe I'll loosen the screw slightly. Just finger tight, snug. Okay, that sounds all right. Okay, sounds pretty good. New Zealand Agriculture Company has been working with Chinese companies for a few years now. I guess breeding other wild varieties. You can get a red kiwi fruit now. Oh, very cool. I do know that there's varieties of kiwi fruit. I only know the yellow one and the green one, but it's cool. I guess. Well, I guess I don't know. I guess that's fine. Variety can be interesting as long as it's ethically fine. Though I don't really know where I stand in that argument specifically, because I'm not that well informed about it. Not financial advice. Where is that? The cherry. The cherry disclaimer. The assumes no responsibility. Blah 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 blah. That one's good. The ones that's on the channel topic for KB General in my server, my Discord server. Thank you. Assumes no responsibility or liability for any errors or omissions in the content. Tiny wild varieties in China grow in a number of colors. Oh. I wish I was more cultured when it came to fruit. I'm actually not. I actually haven't tried so many varieties of fruit. Like specifically like anything that's like in the tropical countries and or relatively niche. There's just a lot that I haven't tried that I really wish I did. I'm excited that it's almost the summer and some other fruits do come back in season. I guess watermelon's gonna be in season again, which is great. I love watermelon. Although, well, it's just mostly water, but yeah. Disclaimer, that's on you, man. Pretty much. Pretty much. Nice legal defense there. Yeah, I mean, it works. You can credit Cherry for that one. That's on the Cherry documentation, by the way. Cherry, like the Cherry MX stuff, has that as a disclaimer for their datasheet stuff. It's kind of crazy. Watermelon with some tajin. Oh. I'm not stopping myself. I am not stopping myself. Pulparino number 2. Very nice. Okay. Well, so one funny thing is, this keyboard worked just now after I like plugged it into that cable. So I'm gonna try first before I even solder stuff, see if this one is actually working fine, because it was detecting fine on my device manager, but just not detecting as a like a usable keyboard device. You know, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like when it shows up as a device, shows all the metadata for the controller and whatnot, but it just doesn't like register as like a keyboard device that works. Huh. I think it's... Hold on. Oh, it's working now. Oh! It's working. It's weird, man. My USB drivers are a hot mess. My USB drivers are a hot mess. No clue why. Yeah, that's working. Okay, cool, great. Let's just make sure everything's good here. Okay, just programming stuff that I will need. Arrow keys, yep, that's all good. Okay. All right, sweet. Everything's it's good now. Okay, great. Let's get soldering. Wow, I'm actually glad that that's working. It's so weird how it goes with my computer these days. Most of my keycaps are cherry or OEM profile, but my small keyboard like that, I have XDA profile keycaps on. Oh, nice. I did not like XDA though, but I am okay with DSA actually. DSA and SA are actually okay in some cases, but I don't love them. Like, it's not my default. But DSA is actually okay. DSA, DSS. I guess recently I tried CAT and that was actually pretty nice. I want to try an MTNU set again. I tried some at a few meetups and it was pretty good. A little bit on the more scooped sort of side of things, but still like a shorter like spherical profile, so kind of pleasant. But yeah, I also use mostly cherry profile, so yeah, like almost exclusively nowadays at least. Cat is nice, just not worth waiting over 2.5 years for. I mean, yeah, I mean everything was kind of like in the shithole when it came to manufacturing, right? So yeah, I mean at least now there's cat sets that you can technically get in stock and whatnot, and you can pick up stuff from the aftermarket for not too much, so it's kind of nice. So there's at least that, right? Saving grace, I guess. All right, let's put the noise filter on so you don't have to hear all this fan noise. I'm not sure if my voice sounds robotic now though, but XE81s are jelly caps with black charters on white keys on the inside of them. Oh, interesting. I want to share a picture. I could check it out. It sounds cool. What do you think of the Horangi 60? Isn't that the unicorn 356 mini base board from Thick Tac Talk? Yeah. I mean, I like the idea. I mean, it's not a new idea, right? So, what I think of it is, if it's similar to the unicorn, or or at least like it has some of that spirit going for it, and the board itself looks good at a reasonable price, then what else can you ask for? I feel like if you haven't tried an O-Ring 60 yet, then if you have already tried one, you already have a frame of reference. So if it's any close to that frame of reference, then it's good enough, right? Now the question is whether you like the aesthetics or not. I think I like the aesthetics of it. I think it looks cute. Yeah, it's sort of JD themed, I guess. It'd be my JD cornucopium, right? Maybe that means if I do that, then if I ever were to commission a unicorn, it should be Kiwi themed, I guess. Still orange though. I would still love to own an orange colored board. Like a nice burnt orange anodized board. I like how those boards are similar and how you can drop in one board's internals for another. Well, not always, but yeah. I mean, yeah. I do think like sideways or retroactive sort of compatibility is always a plus. You totally have a point about that. I do agree. Yeah, I don't know. I would love to. I don't know. I don't think. I mean, TikTok Dog does their own streams too and whatnot, so I'm sure they've already built their board. But I would definitely love to try the Horangi 60 at some point. I think that would be pretty cool. I'm not sure if I'll like get it for myself right now. I'm like definitely not trying to get new boards. I have a lot of boards, and honestly, just trying not to spend more money on boards right now, if I can. I have to say I have given in to some key sets, but yeah, like I still gotta purchase Christian or whatever, Christian 2. I haven't bought that yet, but I probably will before the end of the month. And then I got that GMK rubber hose set, GMK Dead Beats basically. I got that, so yeah. I was really tempted to get GMK Chladni, I'm not gonna lie. I actually really like the set. The colors on GMK Chladni, the new Key Machine set, are really good. I saw it in person at KeyCon, and it looked really good. I really like the novelties and all that, but I can't do the center alignment modifiers, so I did not give into that one. I was close though, because I was like, oh, I really like this concept, good colors are good. It's a nice set for sure. But yeah, the vertically center alignment modifiers are just something I can't really do anymore. Like The only reason I did it for Pingsu was because Pingsu's colorway was so good and was the only option for that particular colorway. But, yeah. The Harding 60 is JD Tiger's favorite keyboard? Hopefully. My 80% keyboard, like the one you have plugged in there, have imitation walnut, wood grain keycaps, and PVT side engraved translucency cherry profile. Okay, that's a whole mouthful of words, but I think I get the idea. So PVT cherry profile caps. Although the wood grain part is kind of interesting. I bought Christian Deadbeats, but I don't know if I'll have boards for them. I've been dailying Topper for months. Oh yeah? What do you daily for Topper? Do you daily a Leopold, a Real Force, an HKB? What do you use, Kupo, for your what are your dailies? Yeah, what are your normal daily boards? Like what are your favorite top wait, Mr. Kupo, I feel like you have at least 20, 10, 15 boards, don't you? I feel like you have at least 10. I'm pretty sure Mr. Kupo has like at least 10 keyboards. No, I sold a bunch. You did? Okay. That's good. So how many you end up with? I have way more pieces than I know what to do with. I mean, I guess sell them too. If you're not gonna use them, if they're just sitting. I mean, okay. There's the two things that you should ask yourself when you have too many key sets, right? Number one, am I going to use them? Meaning, do I have the energy to actually swap out an existing keycap set on an existing board that I currently own? And I'm willing to put this new keycap set that I have that's basically sitting unused. Am I willing to do that? If the answer is yes, then you maybe are able to justify keeping it. But if the answer is no, for the most of them, just get rid of them. What are you doing? Yeah, I don't have energy for anything. Okay, that's a mood. But I'm assuming you're a little better than me and Ninewalker. Sell my CRP is not being used. I like CRP, but yeah, it's true that I do have a bunch of CRP that's not used. You still love me some CRP though. At least personally, I do like Cherry Profile PVT a lot. Can't be fucked. That's fair. That's relatable. I can't afford the real walnut keycaps. The real one CNC kind of laser engraved with plastic stocks. The didn't start at 400 or 500 New Zealand dollars. Just the keycaps. Let me see. Yeah, no, I keycaps in general are expensive. Especially anything premium. Glad to say I'm down to 3 boards now! And only 2 GMK sets! Holy shit, Quantagon, that's crazy! Wait, can you tell us what you have now? Can you share with the class here what you have left with? That's awesome. Because now you can actually write it down in one sentence, basically, of what you have, or make 2 sentences. My keyboards are this, this, and this. My keysets are this and this. I want that peace of mind in life soon. Not happening for me. Acknowledge that. But yeah. I have 3 Toper and 4 MX boards with 1 MX on the way and 1 OEM. Camo Filco. Camo Filco. Yeah, I like Camo Filco. I mean, the regular Filco colors are fine. Like black, white, whatever. But there's nothing like the uniqueness of the Camo Filco. Camo Filco is so unique. It's just so fun for an OEM board, especially. Unicorn for MX, HKB Pro 2, and Real Force 104 UB? GMK says watermelon? Oh, is it watermelon because you have a green, Reseda green unicorn? Yeah? Oh, that makes sense now. Wow. So have you pledged not to purchase anything ever again, Fontagon? That's crazy. Or are you like having a hard time resisting? My dream is to have 10 max. Getting there. Two birds I'm planning to keep. HKB and fail. Nice. 60%. I told myself I was done and then I started collecting Topre. GG. Collecting Topre is a whole separate ordeal from just having a Topre board. I think the problem with Topre is the fact that it's kind of limited. Like, there's not that many models here that we're talking about, but like, you can't get something different otherwise. Like, it's not like you can just replace the keycaps and that's it, you know? It's not like an MX board in that sense. So it doesn't compare in the same way as MX. So it's when you start collecting Topre, like when you say, like, tell yourself that you're gonna collect a certain Topre thing, it ends up being a lot more than you feel. And then you felt like you initially were gonna, you know, partake in when you started. It's like kind of intense. My original goal was 161 kilowatt. Oh, come on. My original goal was 160. One of each layout that I like. That's a classic, dude. That's a classic. And then you're like, oh, maybe I need a numpad. Maybe I should get an 1800 CP or whatever. And then you're like, oh, man, I like this one. Maybe a 40. They look kind of cute. Oh, I like this Macrobad. It looks kind of cute. It's adorable for my artisans and my metal novelty. So gotta get one. Oh, this one's in different color. Oh snap! It has infill. Enamel infill. Oh boy, I'm gonna get a new one. That's literally what everyone goes through. Oh, just one of them. Just one of them. One of each. Just gotta try it out and then I can sell it at cost. No problem. No problem. Sure. No problem. I will surely sell them all. Sell at cost. Copium. Oh, God. If I resist getting Cristiano, it'll be a breakthrough for me. Ooh, I will commend you if you do. Hola Diego, hello Mr. Frank, nice Dika, thank you. There's a lot more stuff that I want, but I think I max. I'll get it's like 7. I have 3 Topers. Don't count towards my 10. That is the biggest copium statement, dude. Don't count because I left them at work. So now I'm gonna take 5 more keyboards to work, and therefore they don't count because they're not at home. That's basically what you're telling yourself. That's literally what I mean, trust me, I've done this before. I take a few keyboards to work and I'm like, it don't count. They're just sitting at work. Whatever, someone might steal it. My coworker might use it and break it. They don't count, it's just a beater board, dude. Oh my god. I do not sound like Diego. I was like, okay, 1 real force. Now, multiple Multiple Norbiforces. Holy shit. Multiple custom Toper cases. And it's not even just OEM. Toper case. Okay, look. I don't have custom Toper cases outside of this one Digilog that I do own still. But like I got a Norbiforce a while back and I got out of it really fast because I didn't like the typing angle and just the overall look was just not what I wanted exactly. And then like the XRF and the Evia and all these other ones have shown up, right? Like the Show 60, right? And all these, but I've resisted those. I've resisted those because I actually think that peak Toper typing is on the original cases. And then as a secondary vanity / luxury, you have the custom Toper cases, right? Like the aftermarket cases that you like insert your stuff into. And then, yeah. And so I like collected for a bit, Toper wise. I collected like, you know, I have like my white Real Force, my black Real Force, and then I have like a white HKB, a yellowed one, and like the Bluetooth ones. Like technically, like some of these I got for like part of the review and like part of the HKB partnership thing. But yeah, but I've managed to resist Toper customs because I generally just don't think that peak is higher than the OEM case, in my opinion. But I think that that opinion has been formed over years of trying Toper in different settings, and there's just nothing like the plastic case. So yeah, I've wanted Christian since entering the hobby, so I had to. I regret not getting Christian early on when it was like $100. Christian was like $110 in Mech Market for years, okay, and then it exploded and it was impossible to get because there is not that many sets. Sea Frontier did a small run of them, and then it was probably like 150, 250, you know, pieces, and they were gone in the market, and that was it. And it started getting impossible to get. Legit, Big Brain, I should do that too. Take them to work. Don't count the keyboards. I feel attacked. It's okay, man. I get it. It's all excuses that we can all relate with. This is so funny. This is way too funny. But it's just, you know, it's just fun. Alright, folks. SRX is so nice. I've heard so many good things about these showcases and whatnot. Showcases, get it? But I've just tried so hard to resist them. It's so tempting though. Like, I sure am fucking tempted to get a polycarb Toper housing because fuck, it looks nice. Like the internals look so good on frosted polycarb housings. Like Toper internals, oh, looks so good. But I've resisted, man. Every other day that like I see these cases like posted here and there, I'm like, kind of want one, but I've managed to resist so far. I don't know how, but I've managed. Digilog is pretty sick too. That's old school. Yeah, I mean, this was back when there was only the Norbiforce for a while. It was only the Norbiforce, and then the other only cases that you could get are the KBD mod case and the Digilog. And I managed to find a Digilog, and it was the only reason I got the Digilog when I got it was because it was pink. I didn't want black. I didn't want gray. I wanted something unique, and it was pink. So that's why I got that. So yeah. One HKV, one HG, one RF. It's the Toper resin that's peak. I mean, resin is... I can't recommend it, okay? I love it. I love resin. I love art. You know, I love supporting like artists. I love like handcrafted like stuff. I love like, you know, all these cool pieces of work that are, you know, made by hand and like it takes a lot of time. It's all this. They're expensive, sure. There's a whole market for them, sure. It's basically a little fine art, but like functionally just on the board, you know. But I mean, I can't recommend it just because it's literally like all art. It's just a rabbit hole, and it's just gonna sink you a ton of money. And yeah, that's it. That's it. So I never recommend it, but if you like it, then you can measure by all means whether or not you're able to get into it, you know. So I mainly got into resin because I had friends in the arts, so I can kind of relate to that whole idea of resin and artwork and like handcrafted stuff and the value of it and all that. But ultimately, like I really just can't recommend anybody to get into it. Like if you think it's gonna be like a bad idea financially. I don't regret it actually, but I know a lot of people, most people would, I would say. Most people would probably regret resin like big time. Okay, let me go back to some of the chat here. Keyboard my work comp. It's one of those new HP keyboards with the flat keys like laptop keys. Oh, that's fair. Why I take my custom ones? Yeah, that's why I take my custom to work too. RF and polycarbonate looks nice. Yeah, they do. Hi, question about the petrichor. Says tissue box. How well is the coating on it? Haven't gotten a coated board for a while. I had the eBay petrichor to review, which I already sent out by the way, and it was really nicely coated. It didn't have any like little flecks, like you know, like little little like you know little specks of whatever. Like it didn't have any of that. It was very nicely coated. It was pretty clean. It had a little bit of texture to the coating though. It had a little bit of texture to the coating, kind of like it was blasted maybe after the coat, but it was pretty nice. It was pretty nice and smooth nonetheless. I have 2 Ghosts of Xmas feature. Oh boy. There's a frosted PC HKB case from AliExpress that you can get for like 150. Oh really? Dude, it's kind of crazy how cheap some things are now. Get the horsey. It's got a horse and a skateboard, and you can't go wrong. I have to say, I saw Ankit's post on the horsey, and that looked good. The resin community is fun too. That is true. That is true. I mean, that's like the big reason why I've stayed in the artisan keycap community is, or sorry, in artisan keycaps is because of the community. I have a lot of friends and a lot of valuable friendships, and like just like acquaintances from like different areas, and like it's always fun to talk to these people, and it's just, yeah, I enjoy that a lot. It's like it really makes my meetup experiences a lot greater too. So and yeah, so I enjoy it a lot. Love resin, but I always selling like a month later after it sits in my drawer collecting dust. That's fair. I clearly like mount my stuff, or I try to like see myself mounting the resin, and so for me like it retains that practical purpose. But as you can see, I also have a lot of it, like a ridiculous amount of resin, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie about it. And yeah, it sits too. It collects dust too. And ultimately, like, yeah, I've sunk in a ton of money into it, admittedly, but and I don't really regret it that much, only in the sense that, like, yeah, there's like the community aspect, and there's the fact that I appreciate the art, that for me makes it. But for any person, like, generally, like, I would say I can't recommend it. It's just not a good idea. Resin where the money goes to die, sorta. Yeah, it's definitely a sunk cost and gone. So much about supporting creators and designers. Yeah, I mean, keyboards are like that too, by the way. I think the thing that separates keyboards and key sets is that they are manufactured designs. Like, they are 100% reproducible manufactured designs. They're like, you literally have a save state for keyboards and key sets. There is you know, there's formulas, right? So do you on resin, but due to the fact of like the way resin casting works, there's the hand portion, right? Like the handmade portion of it. That like every time you do it, it need not exactly be the same. But in terms of keycaps and keyboards, though, I think a lot of that is really differentiated from just the reproducible aspect from like you send these files to a factory and they can make the exact same thing again. But I do like the supporting creators part is definitely a very super important thing to me too. Okay, sorry, I got distracted. I just wanted to make sure that this cable doesn't get pinched. That's all. I think it will though. How do you like put this in here without like worrying that it's gonna get pinched? I guess this cable right now, it should have a sleeve, but it doesn't. I think that's what it is. Yeah, I think it's supposed to have a sleeve, but it doesn't. So. You know what? Let me try this. Posting a listing for a filled NRD copper nest soon? Huh. Cool. Any of you grabbing a Neo Ergo? Looks pretty good, Neo Ergo. I watched Patty's stream on it, and it looks nice. You know what I'm gonna do? How much slack do I need here? That's the question. I'm just gonna tape it down so it doesn't like come up on the channel. I think, for example, I'm not getting Neo Ergo for the main fact that I don't need another Ergo board. I have like Alice layout boards that I already enjoy plenty as it is, and then I'm not really like, I don't have a strong need for like a tented board. I know some people do. I have a friend of mine who is super invested in the idea of tented Ergo boards like that. And so, like, they got a bunch of keyboards like that. But I'm personally not super invested in it, so I don't feel the need to. I know people who do. Wait. Oh, it's the opposite way. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I keep getting distracted reading the chat. It's kind of busier chat, I guess, with the earlier flack I was giving people on their purchases. Would you ever do a buyout in the future? You mean a sellout? You mean like a buy me out sale? Is that what you're talking about, Reinfo? Are you asking me if I would ever sell out all my shit? Okay, so before I actually plug this in, this is gonna be a little short, huh? Like just barely, actually, not quite short actually. But all right, let's cut our O-ring here. Get these switches out of the way. Just kind of in the way here now. All right, so we gotta cut some O-ring into these little slots. Buy me out sale for resin? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I feel like if the need arises, I probably will. Yeah. I mean, most people do it because the need arises, right? Whether that is a life change or otherwise. Yeah, I mean, who knows? I feel like most people probably would, though, yeah. Probably? I don't know. Or like if you move on from it, yeah. But I haven't, so not yet. You're so high for Neo Ergo. It's a good deal. Yeah, it's a pretty good deal, the Neo Ergo. I might wait for the dodgy Ergo board. Oh wow, I haven't even thought of that. He teased that like ages ago. I'm not even sure when he's gonna get to it. If ever. Hopefully he will, but who knows? It's been a while since he even talked about it. Don't read chat after you read my next message. Put wob on this things. I don't know. What does chat think about that, guys? What does chat think about putting wob on this? We have a polycarb and silver-ish toned board. Chat is down, they told me in DMs. Boo, wob and silver boo. Yeah, thank you. That's what I thought too. I guess technically on polycarb, which I guess eases it up a little because polycarb is a little bit flexible with that. But it's gray. Yeah, it has more of a it's like it's like a light gray, I guess. Sorta. If you think of it that way. All right. Oh man, this cable is like short, kinda. How am I supposed to do this? Maybe I'll put these O-ring pieces in a bit, but now that they're pre-cut, I can just put them aside. And then focus on putting this cable on, which is easier if I flip this board this direction. What's up, Kiwi? I'm not sure if you guys heard that. Kiwi did this little trill, like. Will look okay, but there's probably something better for this. Yeah, I kind of agree with ODM. Something more on the grayish or like maybe two-tone side of things would look good. Oh, what's up, Kiwi? Hi. Are you bored? It's not time yet. Oh, there we go. Got the... Ooh. Striker could look good as well. Yeah, actually, could be okay. Yeah, on it's like pretty neutral color, and Striker is like a very vibrant tone. Oh, what happened to this cable? Oh, it came off. But what the? This cable is so annoying. I don't like Easy Mate for this reason. I know combining is bad, but just thinking out loud. Wait, what is it? Dual shot alphas and beta JS mods. Ooh. That kind of sounds nice, except I don't have dual shot. As you would expect, I do not have dual shot. Yeah, I do not have dual shot. Buxp. Yeah, I do not have dual shot for that reason specifically. Combining Dracula mods and muted. It's one of my favorites. Oh, that's an interesting combo to suggest, yeah. Dracula mods and muted. Kind of a neat idea, actually. Ugh. This is so annoying. How do I make sure this doesn't get pinched? There we go. That's right. Okay, there. That's it, right? Where did I just put those guys just now? Oh, here. Ugh. This is really annoying, this Easy Mate connector. It's like kind of short. I wish it was longer. It's kind of short. Why does it feel like it's pinching? Feels like it's getting pinched in the middle. Yep. There we go. Oh, hi. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Kiwi? Kiwi's like, you're asking me for something. I don't know what it is, though. He wants something. Alright, there we go. Huh? Took me a minute to get that. Okay, that's the bottom one. Here. Feel like a short easy mate cable is worse than like a short JST. Yeah, it's the reason why a short easy mate is kind of worse is because it comes off too easily. You know, it doesn't have as much grip due to the like small pitch of everything. So it's just like very finagly. Like it's just, you just have to be very careful about getting it exactly right. But now it's all good now. Whew. Took me a minute. Alrighty. think that's it. Very nice. It has alignment pin, so at least that's pretty nice. It's very easy to put that together. Okay. Let's hope it's all good. I don't know if I hope the connector didn't unplug itself or anything like that while I was putting it together, but let me just double check. Yes, okay. Yay, okay, great. Alright, we got the last little bit here, which is our bump-ons. We got black ones, and we also have gray ones. I guess the gray one looks best, kind of to mesh with the polycarb and the gray and the silver bottom here. So I'll do the gray. I don't like bump-on feet like that, TBH. Oh yeah, I don't mind non-adhesive. I actually think I don't think it's necessary, my bad, to have long feet like this, like that spans the entire length of the board. I actually personally think it's kind of excessive, but I do personally like press fit, friction fit bump-ons. I actually think it's pretty nice to have press fit because it means you can pretty much replace it anytime, and it's nice to not have to rely on adhesive. But yeah, I personally think at least what I don't like about GEON feet is just the fact that they span the entire length of the board. I think that's the only thing for me. If they were shorter and you just had like boom, boom, like maybe like boom, 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 or something like that, that would make more sense to me. But the whole span, the whole length of the board it's a little much, I think. I don't think it's necessary. Long feet made the board more rumbly on the desk. Oh yeah, yeah, I guess it kind of transfers a lot more of that into the desk, right? Like over a bigger surface area. So I guess you might be right about that, yeah. Okay, all right, built up. So let me. I don't think I have figured out key set choices. Let's see. Let's see what choices I can give you here. Probably should have a few here. So key set choices, right? Okay. Let me drink some water first. Okay, so for this board, I have a lot actually. Do you guys want something colorful or do you guys want something neutral? I think that's a good way to separate these because a neutral set will definitely look good here no matter what. But we could also go with something more colorful as well. Like I do think colorful kind of looks nice on Polycarb. Aw, you okay? What's up, buddy? What's up with Kiwi today? He's like saying stuff. Okay, hold on. Kiwi, come here. Yeah. Come. Don't leave. What does he want? What's up? Do you just want some pets? Bruh. Oh, so much fur. Has he forgiven you for making him type test? Yeah, he managed to forgive me a little bit after that. Yeah, I had to indulge him a little bit, but he forgave me. He has forgiven me. He just wanted snuggles. Yeah. Is he purring? Oh yeah. Aww. Can you feel yourself relax from the purring from Mr. Kiwi? He's a good boy. Okay, you can sit on the desk. How about that? I'll give you space and you can sit and chill for a bit. Yeah, good boy. Good boy, good boy. Okay. You wanna help us choose a key set, Kiwi? How about that? If you say something and I start naming key sets and you say something, we're gonna maybe go with that. Okay, so I have a few sets I have in mind here that could be good ideas. Okay, so I'm gonna mention a few, okay? And you guys can say, maybe maybe I should do a poll, but okay, I have a few sets here. But if you are very adamant about it, say something. Okay, so there's GMK NTD. I have GMK Vamp. I have GMK Hoodie, which I think we've tried before. Let me see. I obviously have a bunch of older sets too. Obviously have a lot of beige. I do have earth tones. I have Apollo, DMG, Dracula, Beta, Hydro. Yeah, Hydro I do have. Deepwell, Digital Nightmares, Muted, Fuji, Fundamentals, which is also a pretty nice set. Pacific, I think that one's free right now. Yeah, Pacific. Striker, I think someone mentioned I have free right now. Okay, I see a few people mention here. Okay, so I'm gonna put these into a poll. Now that we've like kind of mentioned a few, so I'm gonna do a, / poll key set choice. So someone said NTD good, Hydro, Apollo, Digital Nightmares, and then sure, Nightmode, Dracula mods, and muted alphas. Very specific, but why not? Nightmode, Dracula, and muted alpha. Never tried it, so why not? And you guys will get... I'll give people 2 minutes to vote while we just pet Kiwi and chill out for now. You can vote between those. Why not? If you hate all of those, then that's fine. At least tell me, I guess. I don't know. Where's my night mode? Dracula. I think that's not a different board. I'll just go get them though. If Hydra doesn't win, this hobby isn't based. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna win. To be frank with you. And if you are learning today that the hobby isn't based per your perspective, then welcome to the hobby. It almost never ends up the way you think it's going to. Wow, are you insulted that you're shedding so much fur, Kiwi? Because it is shedding season. Sorry, no blue Olivia today. Yeah. I'm rating in beige on the forum. You can okay. I'll take that as a beige, as a vote for beige. You good? No complaining now. Something in your whisker. Okay, I think this Nightmode, Dracula, and Muted combo is gonna go. We can try that, yeah. It's an interesting combination. Whew. Alright, looks like that won. Let me go get that. I need to go find it and get it. And I'll be right back. Nightmode Dracula with Muted. Okay, alright. Muted alphas and Nightmode Dracula. Okay, BRB. Okay, actually, Kiwi, you want to say something to people here? Or are you just gonna stay here? Actually, yeah. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back and Kiwi is still here. He's such a good boy. Oh, good boy. But you're shedding so much fur, man. Okay. I got muted alphas and let's see, night mode. Oh, there goes Kiwi. You gonna go? Okay, bye. And night mode mods. Well, some of them are there, and then some of them are in this other board. Hot take, but muted goes better on more boards than beige? Oh, yeah, I would agree. I actually would agree with that. Beige is not necessarily the most versatile thing. I agree. Okay, there's our alpha, I mean the enter for the night mode, and then, let's see. It's because there's a lot of cool colored cases too. It's like in general. Muted, I feel like just goes better because it's like a cooler toned thing. Okay, so there's our Dracula night mode stuff, right? Just need to grab, I think, a few things here. Backspace, and then I think I need the short shift. FN. Oh, what's this? Okay. Short shift. Here it is. Okay. Alright, so that's our night mode stuff. And then alphas for muted. So muted alphas. Let's see. I love the OG icon split backspace. You mean the delete key? That's an icon for delete, by the way. Technically. Or at least it was first featured as a delete icon in like typewriters and stuff. Because technically it's delete on HKB. We just use it as backspace because the HKB has those dip switches that let you do that. It's an interesting combo, but it works. I mean, it's all neutral colors, so I guess that's why. Did somebody ask something earlier? I think I saw something and I was going to respond and I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, Mr. Kupo asked, Diego, do you have a preference for Nixies versus regular black? I think look-wise, Nixies look pretty nice in a lot of places. The milky housings really stand out in a good way. Do I prefer the milky tops though? Honestly, I think I don't mind either way so much. Yeah, I don't think I mind too much either way. But I do think like the blacked out look for regular MX blocks looks pretty slick. And so sometimes I kind of prefer that. So yeah, there's that. I'm not sure. I'm kind of like torn, honestly. It's something I'm not 100% sure about. It's like I'm kind of torn on it. Yeah. I like the look of Nixies quite a bit though. I really like the milky tops in general. Alright, so there is our... This is Dracula Nightmode mods with muted alphas, which is pretty much just black, black on the white alphas. My wallet is fearing for the vinyl I'll purchase in Japan. Good luck. Also, good luck packing it back. And, all that. Diego, have you ever watched 환승 연애? No, I haven't. Eric. Is it good? Is it recent? Three seasons out? Oh, really? Okay. I mean, I assume it's good if you're recommending or if you're asking me about it. But no, I haven't. I haven't watched any Korean stuff in so long, actually. I've been pretty out of the loop. All right, some artisanal keycaps. Maybe something neutral tone is fine on this. Dracula mods are like a very dark blue gray, more like gray. So let me see. Maybe something from this box. Yeah. Oh, or you know which keycap kind of reminds me of something? Could be kind of fun. This one. This one fits Dracula mods pretty well. But for the other one, I'm not sure. Maybe this? Pet Cemetery key walk. Kind of looks sweet on this, actually. The Tut would look nice. I think the problem with the Tut is that it has a beige face, so it kind of clashes with the muted alpha right away. Because it's like right next to it. If it were like a TKL, I think it might be okay, but considering it's a 60, I think it looks kind of off. Yeah, this is Nightmode kid. Too busy with novelas? Not really, but yeah. Actually, I don't know. How's this one? This So that looks kind of cute too. Actually, how about I do this? This kernel is kind of cute. It's a little more lavendery in the tone for the. But it kind of looks good. It's also kind of like works as an alpha key instead of a modifier key. So yeah, I am gonna keep that. This kernel is nice. All right. Let's give this a shot. Hopefully this works. Oh, it's working. Great. Oh, I was so nervous it was not gonna work because of the connector, but it's all good. Let's get to typing. Typing. Random, but so glad tomorrow is Sunday. Same. Big time, same, actually. Would have hated if it were Monday tomorrow. Fuck. That would have sucked. But here we are. Alright, let's try this out. Let's see, how's the side looking? Oh, it's a little, the focus is a little off though. This is kind of messy looking. Alright, so there it is. Let's move this over. Alright, we're back. I noticed that the spacebar was a little off on the pressed. Alright, so here we are, ready to go. I think. Let's pause the music. And let's give this a try. So we currently have this Pneuma from Antipode Studio built with, this is the, I think the Elysium colorway, I think, which is going to be a polycarb top with a silver aluminum bottom. Has an interior brass weight, and this currently is with those like Viton O-rings, 3mm. I'm not sure if it's Viton or some other material, but has those 3mm O-rings, kind of like the F1 8X style mounting. Right now, this is currently built with Cherry MX Black clear tops or Nini Nixies. I think these have like 78 granite springs and GEON films. And we have a full alu plate. For the key set, we have Dracula, GMK Dracula, Nightmode modifiers with a combination with GMK muted alphas. So it's GMK muted alphas and Nightmode Dracula modifiers. And I guess that's about it. So we can give this a shot now. Let's get this going. All right, let's see how it sounds. Oh, something's like not. Oh, weird. Hold on. The key map is weird. Hold up. Give me a second. This key map I think got reset earlier. It had a weird key map setting. Yeah. it was like getting half of the letters wrong on the bottom row because it was not. What the? Okay, so does this work if I do this instead? Huh. Oh, I see. The JSON is off by 1. Okay, that's why. All right, cool. Sorry about that. Just the confusion here. All right. Yeah, the key map is off by 1 on the JSON files. So, like this is what it looks like. As you can see, like it's off by 1, so I had to like move everything out by 1 for it to actually match what I was typing. So that was the bottom row is off by 1, but I'll probably give that feedback just to correct the JSON file for that. All right, let's give this a shot one more time. All right, here we go. Once again, MX Blacks new Nixies on full alu plate. This is with the F1 style O-ring mounting. And again, Dracula mods with muted alphas. Here we go. What the? Oh. All right. Sounds like a keyboard. I mean, it sure does. Sounds pretty good though. I think the only thing is, I agree with Ninewalker, what they said before, that that I would say the full contact of the long GEON feed does sort of transfer a lot of vibrations into my desk. So I can definitely hear a little bit of that rumbliness of the desk. So like the rumbling on the desk. So there's that. But I think it can be mitigated. Like what you can do is one thing I've learned that also works is like you basically separate it by putting either additional bump-ons on the bump-ons or something like that, and it'll like kind of isolate a lot of that. But basically if you have like full contact, it definitely like has that problem. Or if you have a material on the desk, that pretty much dissipates a lot of that vibration. But yeah. I think in regular typing though, I wouldn't notice it as much, but right now I definitely do, because I'm pretty attuned to it. So, here are the mods. This or Polycarp Kohaku? I mean, that's a question of layout though. If you don't like 60s, then kind of immediately gets rid of the Pneuma in the equation, right? So yeah. Never in my 3.5 years of watching Lightning keyboards XI, which I have expected to see an error in the JSON. Sounds good. This thing is $400 though. Yeah, it's like in that small batch group buy price. Yeah, so it's not cheap. It's not Neo 80 cheap. It's not certain board cheap, you know, category. Especially for a 60%. It's a 60% that has a pretty, I would say, pretty simple look. It's pretty standard wedge style look. 60%. The mounting, I mean, it's interesting. Like the F1 style mounting for a 60% is definitely not something that you see often. I think the mounting kind of works pretty well here, but yeah, $400 is definitely not cheap. But I would say, like, if you know what you like, this board is certainly nice. Like, I think I wouldn't mind paying 400 and some for this personally if I know I wanted a wedge style board with this particular type of like mounting. But yeah, I mean, if you want to wait for something that is going to be cheaper, specifically designed by like a company that does put stuff that's more affordable out there, then, you know, by all means, just wait for it. It's easier, I guess, to wait. But yeah, this, because it's a 60, I kind of personally do say I prefer a 60 over a 65, but that's just like a personal opinion. I prefer a 60% layout in general, but the Kohaku does sound really nice. So I haven't tried the polycarbonate version of the Kohaku though, so I don't know. I haven't tried a Kohaku since, it's been a while actually since I've done a Kohaku build. What are your thoughts about DR70F? I have no idea what the DR70F is. What is a DR70F? Is that a keyboard? Daring Run DR70F keyboard kit and accessories from Divinity Keys running, or rather in stock. Oh, reversed FRL TKL? Looks good. Chonky on the bezels a little, but oh, it looks like it's maybe interchangeable. Looks interesting. I mean, looks pretty good though. But yeah, I have no thoughts because I've never seen it in real life though. Hello, I see you built a GOG van in the past. What is your opinion on it? When I built that one, I recall the GOG van had a decent amount of like flex. So if it's like a board that you like that with, it was pretty nice. That said, also 65%, right? So you should definitely like the layout. So there's that. And yeah, right now the Antipode's Pneuma, this is a WinKey unit, but yeah, the current ones that are available for you to purchase are only going to be WinKeyless. They already sold out of HKB and WinKey allocations. So I mean, you could ask if you could have the WinKeyless one, you know, allocated to WinKey, but I don't know if they've already submitted anything to the factory yet. So but if you go to Antipode Studio Discord, maybe you can also contact Mr. Full and ask them whether it's possible. But yeah, right now they only opened up some slots for the WinKeyless version of various colorways. So yeah, that's what's available right now. But yeah, Sigiri, I enjoyed the Ven, but it was like pretty bouncy from the one I built. I think if I recall correctly, I only built it once though, and it was a while back. But that was what was memorable about it. The color and the construction of the board, everything else was fine. It was pretty good. Yeah. With how the keyboard is and the sound, not a price I can justify buying this. But if hey, someone likes it, they're gonna be happy. Yeah. I mean, personally, I come from a different time in a way where 60% at $300 or $400 were not uncommon. And so, like, yeah, seeing current offerings for a lot of keyboards under 300, 350, under 300, it makes you question whether or not something is worth it over that. personally, I would say like if it ticks your boxes, even if it's a little costlier, it's probably worth it. It's like that I would rather pay an extra $100 to tick all the boxes that I want. But if it doesn't, right? If it doesn't tick one or two features that you want on the board, right? Like whether it's the look, whether it's the layout, options, colors, etc., then yeah, maybe probably a better idea to wait it out and to get something that is maybe cost less and will still tick the same number of boxes. The Pneuma definitely is for someone who likes the most simplistic kind of look to the board, right? So like if we look at the board here, like this is pretty much just a wedge style board, right? This hobby has progressed so quickly. 300, 400 still fine for 60% for me. I haven't been in the hobby that long. Yeah, I think so too. Like, I think this look is really nice. Like standard wedge style, like classic wedge look for keyboards. It's like, it's super clean. Like, I have to say, something that I really like about this, I mean, I know that there's no screws under these GEON feet right now, and I know that it was a design choice not to have them, right? Like, because you can like remove these GEON feet. For some reason I'm having trouble getting them out, but you know, there's no screws under these GEON feet right now, right? And they instead put the screws on top here, right? For like, there's 2 screws over here and 2 screws over here, right? Right now, this screwless look with the standard wedge looks super clean. Not to mention the specific way they have this polycarb top and alu bottom just looks impeccably clean. Like, it's super nice and aesthetic. It's definitely a vibe. That said, even if you get the alu version, this is well proportioned bezels and all that. So it's pretty pleasing look wise. But yeah, it is $400 plus shipping, and you know, maybe if you're in Europe you also have to pay VAT, value added tax. So yeah, there's those things too. But it's a pretty good sounding board though, in my opinion. Pretty well rounded sound. I actually do wonder what it would sound like, maybe, because right now we have these gaskets, right? Like, you can technically, like, I think Alex did this too, but what you can also do is you can remove certain gaskets because they're piecewise. Like, for example, I think he removed the spacebar ones, and you can do that on this too, right? Like, you can just grab, you know, here my screwdriver, where is it? And you can remove like one side of it, or both even, because at least everything else is going to be holding it together, right? Why are we trying to take the spacebar off like that? Because it's possible. Because it's not that hard to. Just because it's possible doesn't mean it's morally correct. It's my Keycaps game. I can do whatever I want with them. So like you can now you could remove like one of the gaskets here, for example, if you wanted to have less compression at the bottom, or like from one side, give this one a little bit more flexibility. I think Alex did this. You can actually like put this together as well, like that, and then just screw it back together, right? So. And like this probably will sound a little bit different too. Unfortunately, there's not that many gaskets. It's still just 6 per side, so like either top or bottom. that you don't get that much flexibility. Like, you probably don't want to take off any from these sides. It would just be the middle ones that you can finagle with. But this would probably change the sound of the spacebar, I think. A bit brighter, maybe. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a little bit brighter. Probably because the plate is being allowed to move a little bit more, and it's not compressing as much, which dampens up a good chunk of the sound, I think. So I think it's a little bit brighter. Not too much, but just a little bit. Noticeable though. Noticeable. It's actually pretty nice. And it doesn't seem to impact the typing itself. Like, it doesn't hit the plate doesn't hit the bottom case, so it's not making it sound like it's clanking against the case, which is good. Okay. Anyway, I forgot what it sounded before too. I can tell you, it sounds brighter than it was earlier, without this particular piece of the gasket. But yeah. I think my cat stole my keycap puller. Oh, rip. So I've been having to remove keycaps like that. That's funny. Have you tried the Ibis? I've tried it once. Rienzo. It was good. It was good. It's a nice layout. That's for sure. It's like that Blackbird, Duck Blackbird style, but without that like middle cluster style layout, like FRL 1800, right? Bruh. This is harassment. Am I supposed to be the one feeling harassed? Yeah, we don't need to know. Okay. All right. Classic. Classic. You instigate them once and then you know, they go crazy. They took the bait. They sure did. Okay. Bye. Classic. That was crazy. Yeah. Anyway, if you guys have any other questions for me though, let me know. But yeah, this is the Pneuma. Pretty nice, in my opinion. I actually really like the look of the board. Just like simple. Actually, I would say like Do you guys remember when Noxery's Vulcan Pro was pretty popular? Well, there was a point when it was, okay? This board is pretty nice, and it has the same look, you know? So, if you're in the market looking for a board of this particular style that has like a wedge look, and it has some sort of like O-ring-like dampened sort of typing experience, this is a perfect substitute in that regard, so to speak. And honestly, you know, at this point, considering that you can't even support Noxery anyway, it doesn't matter. So, you know, you would just get the Pneuma. But should I pay for the lettuce next time, Diego? I want the overpriced lettuce. Look, Gam, if you're paying for fucking lettuce at KBBQ, you probably should reconsider going to that place, because that's a scam. Why not go to a different KBBQ place so that you don't have to pay for the lettuce? You know? Is Vulcan Pro the Noxery board? Yes, it is. It's a nice sounding board. It's pretty solid. I don't like, I can't nitpick it. Like, if I really have to nitpick, yeah, GEON feed through the entire thing of the board, like, kind of makes your desk sound a little rumbly depending on your setup. Right now I have desk mats, so it kind of eases that a little bit. It does still transmit all that vibration over, but it, like, you can kind of tell it's there, but right now it's not that bad for me in person. It sounds pretty nice, and you would get used to it, and you would just, you know, tune it out. But other than that, though, like, yeah, the putting the PCB together, specifically the EasyMate connector, not my thing. I can't recommend Molex Pico EasyMate. I think when UDB decided to change their connector to like Pico EasyMate, easily one of the worst choices they could have made, just because, yeah, it's low profile. It's good for testing, okay? I think it's good for, you gotta test a PCB, you have this tiny port, very inconspicuous, and it just, you know, you use it once or twice, flash, whatever, test, and that's it. But if you're constantly going to be building and rebuilding or like reassembling the board, Pico EasyMate, frankly, just not good with all the insertion cycles that you have to go through. Just a little too fragile of a connector. Not a fan. JSTSH is better, which is the standard that we use. So like, if you want to know what the difference is, I have one here, right? Like, this is, I have a daughter board right here, right? This is JSTSH, which is this big white connector, right? We have in a lot of daughter boards, right? A little bit more like friction fits almost. It's harder to like actually like remove, and you have to like push it in a little bit harder. And then Pico EasyMate is like very flat one that just kind of plugs it in from the top like this, and then you kind of like press it into the connector. And yeah, it works fine too, but it's a little bit more fragile due to how small it is. So it's just gotta finagle a little more for that. Let's see. The only other place I know is a la carte. Don't know about their lettuce policy. If it's a la carte, they're probably gonna give you a lettuce for free. Have you gone online and ordered a carry case for any of your keyboards? Yes, I have. A lot of carrying cases are pretty nice. I mean, I personally get them from like a lot of the keyboard vendors. They have like the zippered cases, kind of like similar to the one for this board, but usually it's going to be a zippered case with foam inside to protect the board, and then sometimes they have a compartment to put accessories and extra parts they've left over for the boards. Diego, do I have to remove the leaf if I ultrasonic some dirty switches? I say no. If you dry your switches right away. I think the problem with the leaf is if you leave it wet for too long. blow dryer or like something like an air bulb or like you, yeah, I mean blow dryer could be, as long as you like move the air, you know, not make sure it's not, or you do it with cool air. You could, you know, do you have, I don't know what hair dryer you have, but if you have one of those hair dryers that has a cool button, you could do that, so that you just use cold air instead of hot air, just so that you get the moisture out of it. Yeah, I think that's what you want to do. You just want to manage to get the moisture out of the leaves ASAP. You could use, yeah, you could use a micro applicator to just swab it out. Yeah. But I think it's fine to ultrasonic as long as you just dry it right after you're done with the cycle. It's mostly like corrosion from leaving it wet, like moist from the water, from the bath. So yeah. Alright, so, but yeah, there's the Pneuma. Looks pretty good. Nice clean side profile for the board. Our thumbnail for the night. Alrighty. But yeah, this is Dracula mods, Nightmode mods with muted. Alright. But yeah, have a safe trip, Gam. If you're actually going to Japan, have a safe trip. Don't overspend on vinyl. And if you do, I guess be safe and, you know, travel safely. Have fun, take lots of pictures, all that. I know you're basically going to spend money. Alright? Yeah, last look at the board here. Honestly, really clean. Really nice board. I really like this PC top alu bottom look. I actually really fucking like this. I would probably buy this board if I didn't have so many others. Like, just for the look alone, I think. Just for the PC top portion. Looks so good. Looks so good to have like this solid bottom. Kind of reminds me of, I don't know, like, just that like very layered look. You like that? Oh yeah, are you meeting up with Jinte? Yeah, Jinte's there too. Who is Beals? I actually don't know them. I know the name. I don't know who they are. Beals King? What do they do? Yeah, see, I don't know. I don't interact with them. How do I explain? I don't know. What do they like? Are they into keyboards? They're just a cool guy in Japan? Okay. Good enough. Weeb keyboard enthusiast? Okay, cool. So you're in that whole category of people. Not in a bad way. The alphas on this are actually really nice. Very solid sounding board. Except spacebar? You think so? You don't think the spacebar sounds good? I think it sounds pretty good. I mean, I think it's kind of standard for a gasket. I think it's kind of a pretty gasket mount style of sound of board, especially on a smaller layout like this. It sounds good, I think. I'm not too picky, I think, though. I guess. Yeah, I don't think I'm that picky about it. think it sounds fine. Maybe it's a little less bright, but I think maybe you can remove the gasket on top too, and that'll make it a little bit brighter. Or maybe you can change the switch to like a long pole, if you're into that. I personally am more into like, yeah, this kind of like thumb key kind of sound, but everyone's different, so prefer if it's not too loud, is how I feel. A lot of people hit those capsule machines in hope of rare items. Oh, like gotcha, kind of. In the keyboard triangle, I'm way less picky with sound and feel versus aesthetics. More, yeah, I feel the same way. I think aesthetics are probably number one for me, and then it's feel, and then it's sound. For in general, yeah. I think most people are actually the opposite. A lot of people who come to the streams asking questions and stuff, I feel like almost always, or a good majority of the time, people come with questions about the feel and the sound and how it compares to other boards, right? I personally don't really feel that strongly about either feel or sound, just because I know I can change feel easily from my switch and plate choice. It's pretty easy to like, it's pretty dramatic of a change when you switch, like change your switches and your plate choices. So you can manipulate that, right, to some extent. Obviously it costs a little more to do that, like if you want to try several plates, for example. But yeah, for me, I think aesthetics is number one. No backlight? Yeah, no backlight on this. Your favorite looking board? Oof, that's difficult. I mean, I think TKLs look the most classic, layout wise, like the one keyless type of TKLs. So in that regard, like, I think personally I really like how the Jane V2 looks, and I really also like how LZRE, I think that's another board that looks really nice with this very unique looking sides, bottom, real bottom, all that kind of stuff. It looks very nice. I honestly really like the Keycaps number 1 when it came out. I thought it looked so cool. With the weight that was split between two different bottom openings. I thought that was cool. But like there's some unique boards, like for example, like one board that I personally really enjoy, that I think is kind of underrated, is the thermal. Like, I really like the look of the thermal, but it's super niche. It's super niche. It's not for everyone, and it grew on me only after I saw it in person. I actually did not like the thermal when I first saw it on the like Keycaps thread, but I ended up liking more after I saw it in person. But that's like one of those boards that's like look wise is very unique, but like maybe for some people, feel and sound, it was pretty, like, you know, they desire something different. Wedge style boards like this, it's fine. I feel okay about them. I think they look clean. But I think like 60%, for example, the derivative, for example, is one of those boards that looks really nice on a 60%, right? Oh yeah, sorry, that was probably just not. Feel of switches make such a difference. Try some yellows in my latest keyboard. Yeah, and the pressure feels so light compared to my black switches. Yeah. I mean, the springs and that kind of stuff, the lube springs, all that will make a big difference for choice. LZ Iron, it's a very unique look. Not for me, but pretty unique. Very over the top, yeah. There's some boards like that. I mean, there's that do you guys know that? Is it Gray Studio? I think it might have been Gray Studio, but there's a Gray Studio HB. What was it called? Was it HB85 or something like that? Is it Gray Studio? Yeah, it was Gray Studio. Gray Studio HB85 was like really unique when it came out. I was like, what in the? But it was something. It was something. I remember when people were like, "What the hell is that?" It's like a spaceship. There's like boards like that. They're like just kind of wild looking. I didn't build one of those. I didn't build a HB85. I will be building a very unique board later on called the Noir N1, which is this suspension mounted board or something like that. I'll be building that one at some point. Click.io is hosting that one, but they're sending a sample. Yeah, like there's this one, which is in the Keycaps thread. That's the Noir N1, which I'm probably gonna build at some point. Which I'm looking forward to just because of the look alone. It's like a thing, looks like it's made out of like, I don't know. It's just really chonky. Yeah, there's boards like that though, right? Like, and like, I'll be honest, they're not for me. I would never buy them for myself. But I love seeing them in person and seeing just how crazy they look. Like, that's fun. You either like the look or you don't. Yeah. Seen many with mini LCD screens. Maybe there's like the Matrix Corsa, or I guess the. Are there? I don't remember all the boards with the screens, man. Like, honestly, I don't like the Zoom 75. I think also had a screen, right? Matrix loves really those screens. The Zoom series had some screens. I don't care for the screens personally. But like, what do I even use them for? Putting GIFs on it or something. Shows the time, mode, and the charge. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Usually I'll know what mode I'm in. And for example, like the time is like kind of a gimmick. I can look at my clock on the computer, which actually I'm looking in front of me more than I'm looking down. So having the screen tell me the time is actually kind of a waste, because I'm normally looking at the screen. So I'll probably be seeing like time there. I feel like most people put anime GIFs. I mean, it could be anime, it could be movies, it could be whatever. Yeah. Maybe it could be an emote, animated emote. Yeah. Alrighty. Shall we wrap it up here now? Let's see. We have. Are there any people streaming right now? I actually don't know. It's Saturday, so might be, might not be. Oh, Patty is streaming. Building a Hexa 80, which I don't know what it is. ELH, who actually visited us earlier, is doing a co-working stream. Don't think that I see any other keyboard folks doing anything, but we can go raid Patty if anything. Three-hour stream? Yeah, I took my time here. Alright, folks, let's wrap it up here. Oh, no, let's not wrap it up here. Just remembered something. So the other day, I sensed that someone was really bummed out, and I wanted to give them another chance. So, heart of the cards, baby. If anybody would like an Instax of the CEO, Kiwi. It's kind of dark lighting because I was trying to not use flash, because otherwise that's kind of disruptive for him. So I was thinking maybe I should give this away. What day is it today? It's 5/18. This is Slepa Kiwi. Sleepy Kiwi. Want to trade Kohaku? Want to trade for CEO? Dips. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's do a game of marbles before we go, shall we? You guys can wait for a game of marbles, right? Right? Sorry guys, I'm winning. Yeah, I Nightwalker was really bummed about it. About not getting one, but hopefully they win. But if not, it's, you know, there'll be future chances. But I wanted to give more chance to people, so I figure why not? And they're, you know, they don't cost me much to do this. I recently sent out a couple on regular envelopes and they arrived fine, so I'm hopeful that this will arrive okay to other places too if I send them on regular stamp envelopes. So yeah. Okay, marbles is updating, so let me just wait for that. Can I play marbles but not win? Yeah, you can play marbles but not win. Actually, how about this? If you win, you get the right to give it away to someone you want. And you want it. You know, you can choose a person. No bribing though. No bribes, okay? Ain't no bribes. None of that. ODM about to sell out here. It's gonna be buy me out. Want to trade Kiwi CEO Instax rights. Alright, let's do a race. Where is my marbles thingy? There it is. Community maps. Alright, let's do a random map. This looks interesting. A 45% elimination rate. Competitive intersecting boondoggle. Like a boondog? Boondoggle. Alright. You can do that. I'm gonna get a photocard keyboard for Kiwi Instax. Alright, exclamation plate to join. I think it should be open now. So exclamation plate to join. I will enter just for fun. I'll give you guys 89 seconds. No, let's just say 69 seconds to join in. Alright, let's look at what this competitive intersecting boondoggle looks like. Okay, looks like we have the toilet. The toilet down, goes down the pipes, and then you have a loop-de-loop section, which leads you to this other toilet bowl with an obstacle. And then there's some boosts thingies here, and I think maybe you can get killed by those, I'm not sure. And then you end up here. There's some kind of teleporter here. Or you can go down here. And it looks like if you hit the teleporter, you pretty much get into close to the finish. So that could be a shortcut for people. And then there's an obstacle course here. There's hammers to eliminate you. I guess this is going to eliminate most people. And then lastly, there's a cannon to the finish. Alright. Let's go back. Oh, look, it's like Northern Lights that I never saw because it was too fucking polluted light-wise. Alright. Let's go. There's not that many marbles here. Alright. So, don't forget, if you win, I'll cover the envelope because it's just a stamp. Holy Monk and Mr. Kupo in the lead with lightning keywords. Totally washed, raised here. Over here, we have ODM, I think. Ninewalker there in the second place-ish. Actually, it's kind of hard to see who's first and who's not. I don't know what their name is, but somehow they got bounced up to the top and they landed on the bottom. How? What? Meanwhile, lightning keyboard's completely stuck in the toilet. Nightwalker, Mad, Anubis Prime, and others just going down there. Doesn't matter though, because you have a very high chance of getting eliminated in a bit. So we got ODM following through on the left lane over here. Bunny and CBA on the right. Holy Monka and Roostery falling right behind. Ninewalker, Kupo, and Matt falling behind over there. You can only hope. Oh, how did Harry Smallwood land there? How did he? How did he? How did he? But meanwhile, Sin Nudge, whatever their name is right behind them. Oh, they got stuck by an obstacle. Gam somehow bounced off and died. Roostery falling behind. Bunny, Matt, Ninewalker, CBA, Mr. Koopa, Holy Manga, ODM, Lightning Keywords, I don't know that guy. Hubert the Mad and Eric in the back over there. Let's see if they survive the Hammers of Death. Will Roostery, Matt, and CBA and Sinadaj survive the Hammers? Oh, Matt survived the Hammers! Oh no! Matt and CBA here going straight from the finish, and Mr. Matt. Oh, Naktam, Mr. Matt won on first with CBA in a close second. Crazy. Crazy. How is this possible? Ninewalker made it to 6th, Harry on 7th. This person who was leading on 1st somehow landed on 8th. And then we got some random people here trying to survive. Oh! Someone got yeeted. Bunny. I think Eric. No, was it just Bunny who got yeeted? Kupo survives over there. Oh, oh, oh! They got smoked by the wall, I think. I think they all got smoked by... Whoa, world record. Okay. Nice. Alright, congrats, Mr. Matt Naktam. Congrats. Do you want a Instax of the CEO, Mr. Kiwi? I claim. Okay. Claimed by Mr. Matt. Congratulations. Best giveaway price, I think. This is a cute one. Let me take a picture of it before I actually send it out, though. Oh, too much reflection. Bunny. I saw that. Nice. Oh man. All right. Congrats, Matt. If you don't mind, DM me on Discord with your address and I'll mail it out on Monday. I'll drop it in the mail. All right. We'll wrap it up here and raid Patricia. And then say Miyago raid, Lightning raid. We demand instax of CEO Ginkgo. We will demand that Patricia gets an instax if she doesn't have one already, and we're gonna make her give away instaxes of Ginkgo. We should do it. We should convince her. Maybe she already does it though for her Patreons and subs, tier 3s and tier 2s. Not sure though. Alright friends, anyway, this was the Pneuma by Antipode Studio. If you are curious about the design, if you want to purchase it, it's available on antipode.studio. And other than that, I'll wrap it up here, and I'll see you guys for the next build. I think the next build might be an IUT kill, but might be something else a little bit sooner. But yeah, you'll see me live at some point this coming week or so. Alright, friends, I'll see you all later. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Cheers, bye.